Hello, hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going live in a couple different places. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Hello, hello. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have X, and we have TikTok. Hello, hello. So if you are in private practice, if you're a mental health counselor, if you are um, a social worker, mental health therapist, licensed mental health counselor, if you're a marriage and family therapist, if you are a coach, a life coach, or you're in the spiritual practices like an astrologer, intuitive healer, Reiki healer, then this is for you, especially for you. If you're working with clients, you'll definitely also get a lot from this today. So we started a 90-day run today, and I'm really excited about that. Have a large community that started today a 90-day run. This community right now is 29,000 people. I can't believe it's grown that big. So my focus is going to be on anyone that has a practice. So if you have, again, a private practice, and I call it practice whenever you are having clients. If you're serving clients, whether you're an astrologer or whether you're a psychologist, whether you're a mental health counselor or a social worker, you might also be a nurse practitioner that has some type of private practice. Anyone that has a private practice, this is for you. Hello, Josiah. Hello, Ronaldo. Hello, Lucky. Welcome, welcome. Let me know in the comments where you are coming from. Let me know in the comments where you're listening to this at. We have people from all over the world. I am between Miami and northern Spain, Galicia, northern Spain. So I'm in the top west corner of Spain, right on top of Portugal. A lot of times people think I'm by France. No, I'm by right on top of Portugal. So hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. So there's a couple things that I want to share with you. Actually, right now it's 12:04, so it's midnight. It's 6:04 in the East Coast, and it's 3:04 in the West Coast. So welcome everyone. Welcome. I'm going to talk about a couple things. One of the first things that I'm going to discuss is how scary it is to own a private practice or to start a private practice and not know if you're going to have any clients, not know if anyone's going to come in and receive your services. That's really scary, right? It's much easier to work for a hospital or a clinic and get paid a salary. How many of us like getting paid a salary better? That way you know what you're going to get every week. Put it in the comments. Okay, I'm seeing people saying, yes, salary's great. Now, of course, like with everything else, when you are going to venture off on your own, when you're going to do solo work, which means you are the boss, that feels great, doesn't it? It feels great that you don't have to take any orders from anyone. But along with that great responsibility comes the great challenge of, will I have clients this week? Will I have enough revenue coming in so that I can meet my daily bills? Or will my lifestyle be affected if I don't have any clients coming in into my practice? So that's something that to really consider. And so I always tell people that I'm supervising and coaching that you have to ask yourself, are you, adventurous? Are you tough-skinned? Are you an initiator? Are you self-disciplined? Because these are all the things you're going to need to have a private practice and to really grow a thriving private practice. I mean, those are all the things you're going to need. So it's very scary not to have that, um, you know, comfort of knowing that every Friday or every 2 weeks I'm going to get paid. Okay. That part is a little bit scary, but you can do whatever you want. You can put your heart and soul into this because it is yours. That's the beauty of having a private practice. So, again, whether you're an astrologer, intuitive healer, a social worker, a life coach, or a licensed psychologist like myself, it's all about how can I grow a thriving practice. And yesterday, if you were here on my live, if not, you can watch the replay. I'm having some allergies. Give me 1 second. But whew, okay, there we go. It's going away. This is what happens when it's live. It's really live, you know. I had to turn off the ceiling fan as well. So again, it's nice to know you're going to get paid every week or every 2 weeks or even once a month in some places you'll get paid. But when you are on your own, when you are in private practice, you don't have that kind of assurance. So what does that mean? That means you're going to have to do some type of marketing. If you do some type of marketing, then you are able to communicate, to connect with your community, connect with those that you want to serve and those that need your services. And that's where digital marketing is one type of marketing that we're going to be talking about. There's the traditional marketing, which can be and look in many different ways. When I started my private practice in Miami in 2005, I even did things like join a BNI group. And so I joined different groups, different chamber of commerce, so I can meet people and let them know, look, I'm now in the neighborhood. I'm your friendly licensed psychologist and I'm here. So that was one way I did a traditional type of marketing. But today, everything is done mostly digitally. So it's so important to learn digital marketing. Even if you think, oh no, digital marketing, I've heard that a million times from many people, it's a gimmick. No, it's not. It's a way for you to connect with your community that you want to serve. And if you're in private practice, it is so important to bring people into your practice. And one way of doing that is through digital marketing. So again, what do I mean by digital marketing? Digital marketing is basically promoting any product or services using a digital format, whether the digital format is through social media, as this is one way that we're doing it. For those on you on TikTok, this is one way of doing social media, or even like YouTube or X or Facebook. Those are all social media platforms. Instagram. I'm a little upset with Instagram lately because for some reason I'm not able to stream live like I did last week. So I don't know what's going on. It's 2 nights in a row that I get a little blurb saying I can't do it or try again later, something like that. So, but those are all social media platforms, and that's a way for you to connect with your community. Now, this is something that takes time. This is not something that you do right away. Why? Because you are trying to communicate and contact to those that you want to serve, as well as those that need your services. It has to be a win-win. It's almost like, you want to have relationships with these people. It should not be transactional. If it's transactional, folks, then that's really not what I'm about. I feel uncomfortable and uneasy in those types of situations where I feel it's just transactional. What do I mean by transactional? I mean that you just want to get something and that's it. You just want that, whatever that thing is, and then you really don't want to have a relationship with that individual. You just want to get whatever you want from them and leave, and that's transactional. I don't believe in transactional because it doesn't last long. If you want to have a relationship and build a community, that's going to last long. Not only is it going to last long, it's going to be a lot more fulfilling because you actually have people that care about you and what you do. And you also are giving so much to them as well. So this is really a win-win situation, and that's really what we want. So when we talk about digital marketing, it's basically using digital tools like what we're doing here. I have a camera, I have a mic, I have a couple different mics actually, and I'm trying to reach people through a digital format or platform. So that is a part of digital marketing. So I want to let you all in because I'm going to go over here and share my screen because we are doing a 90-day run. And that's really what I want to show you. So let's go here first. This is going to do it. Yes, it's doing it. Yay. Okay, my face is covered, but that's okay. I'll just move over here a little bit. Okay. Let me move. For those of you on TikTok, unfortunately, I can't show you this because TikTok is another one of those things that's so limited. Come on, TikTok, you need to be a little bit better, more intuitive. Anyway, I could probably show you the screen, and I don't know. Let me see if there's a way that I can turn this around. I've never really done it this way. Oh yeah, here you go. Flip the camera. Okay, it's not perfect. Actually, I'll move it over here. There we go. That's better. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're doing a 90-day run. So TikTok, I turn my camera around. You can see my large monitor in the back. And for the rest of the other platforms, it's actually right on the screen. Whoops, let me go there. So again, one of the ideas here that we are doing, which is really exciting, is master, apply, and multiply, which I think is great. It's great that, I don't know if it was Michelle herself that came up with that concept or her part of her team. Master, apply, and multiply. And so we'll talk about that a little bit deeper because as a psychologist, I always go into a deeper meaning with everything. So when you master something means that you are disciplined. You have to have the discipline to go through a 90-day success sprint. And folks, I'm going to tell you, if you want something that's just, super, so easy that you don't have to do anything, that's never the case, right? You have to apply effort. You have to be disciplined. I think discipline is the key word when it comes to mastering something. So for me, I've made it a point through this community. One of the first things that you learn is they highly recommend that you connect with your audience with 3 pieces of content a day. 3 pieces of content a day. And some people go the extra mile. Some people do lives like what I'm doing here. So today I've done my 3 pieces of content, plus I'm also doing a live. So at least 3 pieces of content. And I have to make sure that I'm disciplined. There are days that I do not want to do it. There are days where I'm really busy and I just don't feel like it. But it's so important to apply and really be disciplined to this. So you have to look at your schedule and you have to say, I'm going to do it during these times. So what I usually do is I will schedule a time earlier in the day and I will get this done. And then I tend to do my lives later. So as you can see, it's a little past midnight here in Galicia, northern Spain. And so this is better for me to do the live now, but yet I've already done all my content earlier. And it's also recommended that you send things through classifieds, through free classifieds and things like that. So those are things that I've already taken care of this morning. Then applying means you're exactly that. You're going to apply yourself to get these things done. You're going to apply all the skills that you're learning. So as you go through this program, you're going to be learning real skills. This is not just sitting there and looking at nice videos. This is very practical and hands-on. So you're going to see a video, and while you're looking at the video, you're going to be actually doing something because it's telling you to do something. And then once you've done it, you've accomplished something. So that's how you apply. And then because you were disciplined, you were a master at something, most of the time you're mastering yourself and you're mastering the feelings of, I don't feel like doing this today, or you're mastering your limiting thoughts. I have my tea here, so let me drink a little tea for a minute. So mastering means mastering yourself, being disciplined, mastering what you're learning because you're applying the knowledge and you're mastering it. As you apply, you learn, and then that way you got it down packed. If you've never done email marketing, if you've never done a funnel, those are things you will definitely learn because that's part of digital marketing. Anybody that has been part of digital marketing, you will know what I'm talking about. And again, this is all part of what I coach people that are trying to get their practices to grow and thrive. Okay. But even if you don't have a practice and you're thinking about having a small business on the side, you want to do something just using your laptop, then this is also something to consider. Because I'm coming from being a psychologist and having supervised and coached other mental health professionals and coaches and spiritual practitioners, this is where I am targeting or zeroing it in. Okay. I keep saying I don't like the word targeting, but that's the word that we often use and it gets into your language. Okay. And then because you've mastered, because you've multiplied, because you've applied, then you're going to, it's multiplied. It gets multiplied. You know, the more you do this, the more you keep it up and there's consistency, the more chances you have to connect with your community and grow your practice. Now, one of the things that they teach here in this community is a 2-hour workday. Now, I would say that 2 hours is the bare minimum. Because I'm a person that I'm just a, you know, I love what I do and I'm passionate and I'm very driven, I'm going to probably do more than 2 hours. But 2 hours would be a minimum. And this is something that Michelle is really big on. Michelle is the one you see there, the blonde in the circle. She's the founder of this digital growth community. And she believes in a 2-hour work day. So part of this 90-day sprint is really mastering this 2 hours. And I got to tell you, when I first started to do the classifieds, that I was there just kind of sending these free ads. At first, naturally, it took me almost an hour. But now that I know how to do it, because I'm mastering that, I do it in 30 minutes. And I'm amazed that I get done with it so quickly because I got used to it. So a lot of the times it's just getting used to doing something. And when you're disciplined and you're able to do it, you get it done a lot faster. And so this is part of mastering a 2-hour workday, as she really pushes this concept and it's doable. I would say it's the minimum that you would need. And then you're going to focus on applying proven strategies. And that's how you would multiply the opportunities and the income that comes to you. So this is, I just love it. Master, apply, and multiply. And today is day 1 of the sprint. And so I have a group that I'm coaching through this process. If you want to join on that ticker that's rolling there, on TikTok, you don't see it. But on TikTok, if you want to join, you can always just leave it in the message here. Or if you're watching me from another platform, you see the little ticker at the bottom. The website is growyourthrivingpractice.com. It's right on the bottom. You also have discoveringmyself.com. Those are the 2 places you can reach me. But if you want to join this group, it's growyourthrivingpractice.com. And there's 4 different products within this educational program, because it's a program. It's really hands-on. There's a community. You get live mentoring calls. I mean, it's just amazing the amount of support. And a lot of the people in here are not techie. They don't understand technology as well. It's difficult for them, but yet they manage to master and apply. And then they multiply. Really, it's just amazing. The last time we did the 90-day run, the community was smaller. We're about at 29,000 right now. Before it was around 24, 25,000. I think it was maybe 24, maybe even less, because the last 90-day run was April, May, June. Yeah, I want to say it started the end of April. I was not part of that because I was not in the program yet. I've been in this program now 3 weeks, and I have learned so much that I didn't know before. And then the different tools that we use is just easy to use. So that's another thing that I'll mention a little bit later. But this is our day one of the 90-day success spread. So join us, join me, and join the community because there's a big community behind us. Join me because I'm going to be there to coach you each and every step of the way through this. You know, we're going to win as a group. We're going to win as a community. I mean, this is really all part of learning skills. That's one. And two, mastering what you learn and applying them so that you can multiply. Your practice can multiply. You'll be able to reach more people. It's going to be thriving and successful. It's going to be amazing. So this is it. This is the day one. Now I'm gonna let's go a little bit to the next share that I want to do for you here. And we're gonna go here now. And I'm gonna remove this one from my TikTok group. There you go, TikTok. And so let me just move it here, make it a little nicer for my TikTok folks. There we go. I think that's good. Okay. These are some of the things that we're going to be covering on these 90 days. And again, it's mastering your message because marketing is all about your message and how you connect with your ideal clients, your community. So it's really getting that message to a place where people understand not only what you offer, but understand what solutions you are going to offer them. It's so important for anyone that's going to go into private practice to kind of think about your ideal client. And the question you want to have is, what are their problems? How am I going to solve them? Am I going to solve them through my own experience? Am I going to solve them through my skills that I have? Am I going to solve them through, whatever I bring to the table, my gifts? And gifts for me is something that's more natural. It's inherent in the individual. Skills you learn. And between those two things and your personality, you're going to really connect with that community. So how do you master your message? And then again, remember I told you she's really big on the 2-hour income earning activity day. And she has it down packed because she's been doing this a while now. I believe she said it's going to be 2 years and a couple months. I think September of 2022 is when Michelle started. And she started this on her own. And so she's really perfected it and brought it to 2 hours. Now, I think 2 hours is the core and the bare minimum. Again, I'm pretty sure that Michelle loves what she does so much that she spends probably more than that. Maybe, I don't know. But usually people that are driven and people that own their own business, and remember, owning your own private practice is a business. Anyone that owns their own business, you're always thinking about business. I mean, it's kind of like, at least that's how I am, and that's how many people that I've met that own their own practice. So For my TikTok people, these are all the points that we're going to be covering on this 90-day sprint that we started today. Today's day one. The second thing is we're going to apply a proven strategy. Why is it proven? Because Michelle's done it for almost 2 years and it's really worked. And it's all about building the brand, whatever your brand is. That's something else you really have to think about. And brand is something that I just love because I'm artistic. Anybody that's really artistic and intuitive, you love this idea about a brand. And a brand includes logos, it includes colors, it includes fonts. And for those of you that's going to join me on this 90-day, and I'm going to coach, I have a lot of materials for the brand, building the brand, but there's already enough in this program. But just, if you want a little bit more, I have that as well. But it's about building your brand, growing your following. Again, you want to grow a community, and a community are people that love and respect you, and they're benefiting from whatever you offer. So it's like a two-way street. I've already said this before. It's a win-win. It has to be win-win, or else it doesn't work. And it cannot be transactional. Transactional is a word that I do not like. Okay? We are human beings. We're not objects. So a lot of the times we think, oh, I want to get to know that person because I want to sell to them. Yeah, that's nice. You might make a sale, but you could get so much more if you have a relationship and you treat them as a human being with dignity. So I'm really big into that. Otherwise, it doesn't feel good, and I need to feel good all the time. Okay, I need to also sleep at night. I love it. You're also another thing to learn in these 90-day sprint is multiplying your income. I mean, we are here to grow. We're here to thrive. And my focus is on, again, growing a thriving practice. So everyone that I'm going to be coaching in my community, my folks that are coming into this, I want them to grow and bring their practice into a thriving practice. And that's going to multiply your income because, of course, the more clients you have coming in, the more your income goes up. And when you're running a business, it's revenue. So I'm going to be talking about revenue versus income. Income is something that you make or something that your company can pay yourself, but it's revenue. We want to increase our revenue. And here, I love it because Michelle really talks about 30,000 in 90 days. 30,000 in 90 days. So that's 10,000 a month. Very doable. Very doable. Very doable. Okay. Especially for those of us in private practice. For those of us in private practice, most of everyone that I've coached and supervised and mentored that's in a private practice, most of the time, they're charging at least 100 an hour. Okay, so 100 an hour, and you do the math. If it's 10,000, 100 an hour is how much? How many clients do you have to see if you are charging $100 an hour and you are making 10,000? Right? You see what I'm saying? So that's how you bring it there. That's another way of thinking about it. Another aspect of the 90-day run, we're going to be really honing down our sales process. So you see the sales process here. Sales process, very important. Okay, I'm trying to include my TikTok folks. Sales process. So that's so important that you have a sales process. And a lot of the times, oh, there goes my allergies. A lot of the times, people in private practice, psychologists, mental health professionals, coaches, spiritual practitioners, they don't like the word sales, and they definitely don't like process. They don't like sales and process. They don't even like them together. I mean, together it's worse, right? But it's so important. Sales and marketing is the lifeblood of any business including any practice. Even if it's word of mouth, if it's word of mouth, it's still a sales process. It's still part of your marketing strategy. If you tell your clients, do you know anyone that would also benefit the same way you have benefited from my services? Please give them my card. Please give them my website. That's part of your sales process and marketing. Okay. The next bullet is, of course, how to market. We're going to really perfect how to market. Some of you already have your marketing together. Some of you have a sales process together. We're going to look at it and we're going to see if it's a proven one, if it works. We're also going to learn how to create content that converts, because if your content is not converting, and converting simply means, are they receiving something of value and they want to invest in themselves and they want to know more and they want to be part of your community? That's what converting means. So it's not just passively absorbing your content, it's taking action, it's following through. So if you tell someone at the end of the content, click here to know more or leave a comment and I'll get back to you, that's already part of converting, the conversion process. And then when they finally buy your services, they want to work with you, then that's a conversion. You're converting that person. It's interesting because some of this language, I know it's triggering for some of you, especially those of you in the spiritual practices, right? Converting, but that's the word. That's how they talk about it in marketing. So it's good for you to know the word, because when we're talking about marketing, we're going to be talking about conversion. How to get your offer out there. Remember, it's about connecting with your community. Connecting with your community. And as you connect, then the offer is simply what you have to offer, who you're willing to work with, what's the solution that's going to be brought here. Are they going to have less symptoms? Are they going to experience a happier marriage? Are they going to feel great where they're living? I mean, there's so many solutions that you could be offering. And that's another great exercise when you're thinking about your ideal client is, okay, these are the skills, these are the gifts that I bring. What are some of the solutions that these skills and gifts will bring about? And who is going to benefit from these solutions? And then you have to focus on how to getting that message out to those people, to the community. And then finally here, there is the CEO mindset. And the CEO mindset is simply how to rethink your position. A lot of us are coming from 9-to-5 jobs where someone else just simply told us what to do. Again, something that's very nice. We don't like it, but we have to admit it's very nice. We don't have to think about what we need to do. We just do it, right? We know we have to be at work by 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And we know, that we have to get a certain amount of things done in the day. And then we could take a lunch, we could take maybe a coffee break, then we know what time we go home. And so it's kind of nice because it's so passive. When you have a CEO mindset, forget about passivity. It's going out the door. You have to say to yourself, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to get done today. And you make it happen. You initiate the action and you follow it through to completion. A CEO mindset is about strategizing, having a vision of where you want to go, okay? And then what are the goals and objectives to get there? But you have to have the vision. You have to know where you're going. And then plus you have to take care of other things. And, as you grow, then you can start delegating to others, different aspects of that. That's where you'll surround yourself with a C-suite of other executives. Someone to take care of the finances, the marketing, the HR. Alrighty, so these are some of the things that we are going to be learning in this 90-day run. So I'm going to switch this around if I remember how to do it. There we go, flip the camera. There you go. Hello, my TikTok people. So again, these are some points that we're going to be covering here. Oh, I'm hiding behind the thing. Let me actually stop the share. So I'll do that. Okay, so this is something that, again, it's all about, making sure that you create a discipline, that you're disciplined, that you create a schedule, that you know what you want to get done. I think the most important thing when you're starting a 90-day run is to have that vision. Is to say to yourself, because I know one of the things that Michelle had everybody in the community kind of write out is, by the end of the 90 days, where are you going to be? What do you see? And that's creating a vision. So do you see yourself having those extra 30,000 because it's a 30,000 90-day run? You see yourself, let's say, July, August, September, the end of September, I look back and I'm like, wow, I did make an average of 10,000 a month. I mean, do you see that? Is that something that you can see? So it's so important to create that vision and then make sure that you are following through. The nice thing about this, folks, is that every day you are told what to do. Every day you take steps to make it happen. So in my case, I'm already doing the 3 pieces of content. I try to go live. I do my free advertising, okay? In addition to that, I'm going to do whatever I'm being told every day here in the 90 days because I'm committed to 90 days of sprinting and growing my thriving practice. And I'm going to be coaching you along these 90 days. I'm going to be there every step of the way with you. And so this is something that if you really want to get this done, if you want to say, okay, 90 days are going to come. They're going to come anyway. If we're still alive, God willing. But 90 days are still going to come. By the end of those 90 days, are you going to be someone that has mastered something because you've applied yourself? Are you going to be somebody that you see that things have multiplied for you? Is your revenue going to be greater in 90 days? That's only something you can answer. But here, there's a whole community that's really, cheering you on. They're there to support you. They answer your questions super quickly. And because it's a large community, so whenever there are questions, people answer them right away. So again, this is about, just kind of imagine September 30th. September 30th is here. And you look back at your summer and you're like, wow, I did it. I applied myself, I made it happen. And I'm so proud of what I did. And it's just a great feeling. It really is. But, things take effort. Now, another thing I just want to say, because I think it's so important, if you feel called to do this, if this is something where you're excited, you have that little butterflies inside and you're excited, there's a desire, that's your sign to get involved. That's your sign to connect, okay? Go to my website, growyourthrivingpractice.com, and come and join us for these 90 days. You're not going to regret it because after these 90 days, you're going to be in a different situation. The reason I'm saying this is because in this community, I have seen so many people open up and share. And that's the thing that really surprised me. When I did my first live call, I was amazed at how many people just openly shared. They were like, yeah, I just made, an extra 25,000 in a month and a half. Or I just made, 45,000 this last month. And they say it in a way that they're just so open and so excited and so happy. A lot of the times, if you don't have a supportive community, you don't want to tell anybody the good news because somebody might do this or they're scared, and especially if you come from a Mediterranean culture, oh my gosh, the evil eye is going to be placed on me, anything like that. But in this community, you can really feel that people are just excited, they're open, they're just sharing. I mean, in the community, let me do this. I think this will be something fun to do. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna see. I'm gonna share this screen. I think this will be fun. Let me actually make this smaller for my TikTok folks. Oh, it's funny because it doesn't really reduce the So this is something that I think is just amazing. It's incredible to me. There's a tab in the community that I love. It's called Wins. It's simply called that, Wins. And it's okay that I'm behind the you don't have to see my face. It's more important that you see this. So like for example, we have our first one. I got 2 leads giving me the urgency that Michelle spoke about to keep going. I just love the inspiration in this community. And you see, you have all these people cheering her on. You have another person that said, 900 from my TikTok live. They had a $900 commission that came in through TikTok, 8,909 days. And they're just staying consistent, it says here. I mean, this is crazy. Well, it's crazy because it's hard to believe. Sometimes it's hard to believe in wonderful things, right? In wonderful news, especially given today's climate. I mean, there's so much happening in the world that, that's another conversation. But here we have Eniola here, 2,500 in 24 hours, 3,807 days. And she puts USD. So I'm really thinking that she's from another country. She's probably not even American. Because by the way, this is international. There are people all over the world that are part of this community, okay? They're learning the digital marketing, all the skills, and they're reselling the program. Because that's, I always say this. There's 2 ways, well, 3 ways. 2 ways of going through this. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Did you see the balloons? There are balloons there. Wow. I don't know if that's somebody. I don't know. That was interesting. Okay. Great timing. But this is international. So there are people, I was talking about the 3 ways. Let me go back to my train of thought. You see, and I'm not President Biden, okay? And I'm 52 years old. It can happen to anybody. So basically, there are 3 things. 1, you could just do this program to really learn the skills. You do this program to learn the skills. 2, you do this program to sell it, to resell the program. Now, if you're going to do that, please, 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 and double please, go through the program, get your hands dirty, because in order to really sell this program, you have to know it. This is not just, a quick glance and let's sell it. No. Again, that's part of that transactional stuff. Go through it, really document the journey. How do you feel? How were some things that were great? How were some things that were challenging? And that way you'll be able to sell it better. So 1, go through it just because you want to learn. So this will be like a course that you take. Or two, you would go through this to resell the program because you'll have master resale rights. And the third one, you can do both. You're really wanting to learn these skills because it's going to make you a better person professionally. You'll be able to grow your practice, and you're going to be reselling it for the additional revenue that it'll give you. And the way that I am doing it, and I'm very transparent here, I am reselling it and I'm going through it. I'm doing the one and the two, and the third is I'm doing both. So I'm doing it all. And I want to really coach someone through this because I coach anyway. So I coach and I supervise people that are mental health professions, coaches, and spiritual practitioners to grow their thriving practice. So what I do is I coach them through this. Okay. And when they purchase the program, I coach them for free because I think it's included in this program that they've decided to join, especially for the 90 days. For the 90 days, I'm taking my coachees, I'm not charging them extra to coach them. Outside of the program, I always charge for coaching like any other coach. But when they're in this program, just the fact that they've invested into the program, I just take them through it. Okay. So important, guys. So important. You have another person here that says, my win is I'm proud of myself for posting my first TikTok video. I mean, that's wonderful. Again, many people are not good with this stuff. We think people can do everything we can do. And that's not the case, guys. Just looking at a video is scary, especially if you don't know what to say. And then if you start going down the rabbit hole of what do I think people are going to think of me, then that goes down a different place. We have another person here that they were on the phone and they got a ding. And when they looked, they had a $900 ding. That means somebody purchased a program from them. Okay. And you have another person here that says, I have just really started implementing this portion of my 2-hour workday. And whoever thinks it's a waste of time, rethink it. And she puts it in caps. You can see it there. I had only posted about an hour ago. So I think by what she's saying, she made a sale by doing the posting. Another one here, her first $900 sale. He did a shout out to Kim, another person here who just joined him on this quest not too long ago. And then now she had a sale. So great. So that means he's probably taking her through the program, it seems. It's just amazing. Another person here that says, God, don't play about me. I got serious about thriving in July and earning $900 a day, and I woke up this morning to $1,800. I haven't even started my morning prayer meditation, and funds were there. Look at that. You see, but they just didn't miraculously get there. I'm sure she put in the effort. She mastered. She was disciplined. She applied her skills and applied what she's learning. Okay, and then it resulted in her revenue being multiplied. I mean, she had nothing before. Now she has $1,800 because she was able to sell 2 products. Again, this is not something that's just like, woo, I don't know how this got into my bank account. No, I do know because I mastered, I was disciplined, I applied my skills, I applied what I learned, and the result was I have extra revenue. Okay. So it's just amazing here, guys. Another person got my first sale, $600. I'm so stoked. I mean, this is just wonderful. I mean, it's so wonderful. Every time I go on live, I'm committed to come here to the win tab of our community. I'm going to share this with you because for me, There are two types of people, and I'll stop sharing. Oh, wow, there goes the balloons again. I don't know what that means. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to turn my TikTok folks around. Welcome back. There are two types of people, okay? There are the people that, I'm sorry, something just kind of blurped up here, and I was, okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, here we go. People are going to come after me. The Trump campaign's coming after me now because I lost my train of thought. But I was going to say there are two types of people, but I forgot what the context was. So anyway, there's so much happening. And for those of you that are not into tech, little by little, you start mastering the ability to like look at the phone. This is for TikTok, or look at a camera that's behind the phone for the other platforms. You'll get to master that, right? You'll really get to master that. And so let me go to some questions. I'm seeing Anthony join, Deborah join, welcome. Ivan Fox, welcome. Abbas, is that Abbas like the group? Are you gonna sing for us? Welcome. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. RB. I'm a licensed psychologist, and I coach mental health professionals, coaches, and spiritual practitioners like astrologers, intuitive healers, and Reiki healers grow their thriving practice. That's what I do. Of course, besides other things, but that's also what I do out of my private practice. I've been supervising and coaching for a number of years, and I always hear people complain how difficult it is to do marketing, to set up their rates, to sell. They don't know how to sell. And, and for whatever reason, people in the healing arts professions, they feel bad. They think it's kind of like almost sinister, nefarious to charge. No, this is all part of energy work, right? We are giving energy because we are providing something, a solution, a service, a physical product, a digital product, and we're receiving energy in return for that in the form of pay, basically, or revenue. They pay for our products and services, and that increases our revenue. I wish I could remember what those two things that I was going to talk about, the two types of people. Anyway, I guess that's gone. It was a moment of inspiration and it went by in a flash. So we'll leave it there. Okay, let me see who else. Let me answer some other questions here. I feel digital marketing is so difficult that I just can't seem to get into it. Thank you for that. Is it difficult? Well, it's certainly not a walk in the park. It's not. It's something that requires effort. However, if you are part of a proven blueprint, what do I mean by that? That's commonly used nowadays. That's like the biggest thing now. If you have a step-by-step approach on how to make it happen, you'll get it done. Remember, 100 miles gets done even in baby steps, 1 inch at a time. Eventually you'll get there. Don't focus on the 100 miles. If that's too overwhelming, just focus on the baby steps that you have today. As part of my group, I'm going to coach you through this process. I'm going to be telling you, did you do module 1 today? Do module 1. What questions do you have? Okay, let's work on it. And we're going to get through that module. Okay, what did you learn from the module? Maybe the module helped you, tweak your website. Maybe it helped you tweak your funnel. The wonderful thing with this program is you will get a website done for you. You will get a funnel done for you. However, you need to tweak it because you want to make it your own. So for me, I tweaked it and made it my own because my focus is on mental health professionals, coaches, and spiritual practitioners. So I had to tweak the message in my funnel to basically communicate to the community that I want to work with. And so you will have to tweak it. But the hard work is done for you. You don't have to sit there and create a funnel. You don't have to create an email marketing. Okay, it's telling me that my live is going to be over soon. Oh, it says verify to continue. Oh, I guess I verified and I'm still here. Okay, great. So what are some other questions? What is the name of the program? Wonderful. The name of the program is called the Legacy Builders. That's the name of the program. And it's part of the digital growth community. Okay. The Legacy Builders is the top program. It's the one that includes everything. So if you come in at the Legacy Builders level, you're going to get everything that's offered everywhere. It just includes everything. If you don't want to come in at that level, you can come in at the first level. There are 4 different products here. So the first product, the first level, is the Launchpad. And let me go. I just want to go back and maybe share that page with you, because I think that's a great page to share. Let me do that. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to share this with you because I think I'm a visual person and I think this is the way to do it. And here it goes. It's going to block me out again. Okay. And for my TikTok folks, I will switch it around for you. Okay. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, so let me just back up. I'm going to go in order. The Launchpad is the first level. Okay, the Launchpad is the first level. And then from there, you would go to the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. That's the next level from there. You go to the Digital Mastery, and then you go to the Legacy Builders. I already knew some of the things in the Launchpad and most of the Passive Daily Pay. I knew a lot about the Digital Mastery, so I just went ahead and went straight to the top at the Legacy Builders. Now, if you come in at the Launchpad, what I am being told is you have 30 days to upgrade. So if you want to check it out, and maybe you could even do the Launchpad in 30 days, then you could upgrade to the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint and just pay the difference, and you would upgrade. The good thing about doing this, no matter where you come in, you have master resale rights. So you can resell the program for 100% profit. So you would start at the Launchpad, you would resell that. If you start at the Passive Daily Pay, you could resell the Passive Daily Pay and the Launchpad. If you come in at the Digital Mastery, you can resell Digital Mastery, Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, and the Launchpad. If you come in at the Legacy Builders, you can sell Legacy Builders, Digital Mastery, Passive Daily Blueprint, and the Launchpad. You would sell everything that is there, basically. And you would learn everything that's there. So it's not, everything that's created for you to learn is in the Legacy Builders program. And what's really interesting is Michelle shared for us, because the last 90-day run, we were a smaller community. We were, I don't know, maybe when we started in April, I was not part of it then, But in April, I want to say there was maybe about 20,000 in the community. Now we're at 29,000. But from April, May, and June, those 90 days brought in $12,675,000 for the community. And again, because you are reselling this at 100% profit, you're getting all the profit. The community is getting all the profit. Okay. And so that's a lot. Now, what's interesting is that the Legacy Builders, which is the top program, it's the one that includes everything. It's also the one that's coming in at $900. That's the one that made the most. You would think maybe the smaller one, the Launchpad, that's the entry level program. That's $100. You think, well, maybe the $100 program is the one that sells the most? No, it's actually the one that's the $900 program because it has the best value. It includes everything. And you have 4 products that you could turn around and sell. But even then, the one that's the Legacy Builders is the highest selling one. Out of the 12 million, 10 million was the Legacy Builders program. So just to give you an idea. Okay. So this is all about, one, learning digital marketing. This is not just, it's not a program when you go in, it's blank. No, these have modules that you need to do. You're going to learn all the skills. You're going to learn how to present your content on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. It's going to teach you all those things. It's going to teach you to develop a brand. It's going to teach you develop content. It's going to teach you about tech stuff, technical stuff, like the cameras and all of that. There's so much to learn here, okay? It's going to help you with your business. Even if you don't sell it, okay, let's say you don't want to sell anything, that's fine. Most of the programs out there that has these many modules, I mean, there's 4 pages of module in the Legacy Builders program. I personally, I'm always paying for education because I think that that's the best investment. When you pay for education, you're learning, you get to grow. And so I could just do it just to learn because I'm going to get a lot out of it. Okay. But if I can bring people in to a community and coach them and not charge them for coaching and know that they're going to have success, how do I know that? Because of the wins. I'm seeing this community just win after win after win. And the few people, I mean, very small percentage of people that this doesn't work for are people that just they're not able to commit to doing the work. If you can't do the work, hire somebody. Find someone on Fiverr that can do this for you. Maybe that's a way for you to do it. But someone has to do the work. Otherwise, your business will never get off the ground. Your practice will never grow. You'll never connect to your audience. You'll never be able to connect with them, offer them services or products. You're not able to do that. You have to commit to do the work. All right, I think I've been on for an hour now. I think that's enough. It's 1:05 in the morning here in northern Spain. It's been great joining you. Again, please, subscribe. If you're in YouTube, leave me a comment, share, like, okay, do all those things. I still have a couple places for people to come in. This is day 1 of the 90-day run. Please join me. I'm here for you. I'm going to coach you each and every step of the way, guys. Okay? So you can grow a thriving practice. Okay? That's what I want for you. I want you to grow a thriving practice. All righty. So I'm just amazed how fast the time just goes. It's really fast. So if you want to be part of this community, once again, just send me a message to growyourthrivingpractice.com. That's the website. You can also reach me on discoverymyself.com, but growyourthrivingpractice.com is for you to get the information so you can see what this program is about. And I have some bonuses. That's what I was going to mention at the end here. These are bonuses that were given to me by my coach, who, because it's always important to have a coach, somebody that's there to walk you through everything. It's the best. So my coach offered to have these a tailored funnel and a tailored email marketing. And that was just amazing for me. And there's also some other, goodies there. So contact me. In the comments, you'll also find a link that's going to take you to well, it's not a link, it's growyourthrivingpractice.com. Copy and paste it, and that'll take you there. I will answer any questions that you give me. I love doing that. I'm a teacher at heart, and that's why I love coaching. I love basically learning something and turning around and sharing what I learned. And learning is not just knowledge based, it's experiential. So I just love sharing what I experience. So that's it. That's it for tonight. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And again, keep growing your thriving practice. See you later. Bye bye.